Guys, let's make the viral milky donuts that has been taking the entire nation by storm. I've been doing this in my house for me and my family to eat, not for sale, but it still works if you want to do it for sale or for your family, just like I did. So let's get to it. We'll start with the donuts. Now I'm adding the flour to a bowl. I'll be adding salt. All the instructions are on the screen. I'm using instant yeast, so there's no need to prove it or anything like that. I'll be adding salted butter. I was supposed to add 2 tablespoons, but I wasn't really sure I got the measurement right, so I went ahead and I added just a little bit more to be on the safe side. Now I'll be adding some sugar, and I'll be using 2 eggs for this recipe. I'll be adding some milk, and I'll give that a mix. Now we're not going to be using any mixer for this recipe. We are going to be using our hands. Please, if you have a mixer, this is the time to get it out and let it do its thing. But we are going to be using our hands, and we are ready for some arm work. Today is the day of arm exercise. I'm just clearing my flowers, getting ready to, get the tabletop dirty. So you're going to be kneading this for about 25 to 30 minutes. Yep, I told you, it's some arm exercise. It's going to look pretty rough in the beginning, but you want a really soft and elastic dough, so don't mind it will come together. If you need to add flour, you can add a little. Now I'll be beating this towards the last 5 minutes of the kneading. I'll just slam it to the floor like this, to the countertop, sorry, like it's saw me do, and I'm poking it with my fingers to just be sure that it will spring back. That's how you know it's ready to go. So I'll roll this out, and I'll be using a donut cutter to cut it out. I didn't have a donut cutter, so I used a cup that we had at home, an old cup. It worked. If you have a donut cutter, use it, and if you're going to be using a cup or something, please, when you're doing it, be careful how you pull off the cup. You can see the one I'm doing right now. I pulled it off a little wrongly, and the shape just looks funny. Now I'll be cutting some parchment paper, and I'll sprinkle some flour on that. This is to ensure the dough does not stick while we're waiting for it to rise. So I'm just going to line that up there, and I'll make sure I create some space in between the doughs so they don't stick together as they rise. So this is a donut to eat at home. I don't want any part to go to waste. We already got the donut shapes, the traditional donut shapes. So that nothing wastes, we're going to be cutting this into some triangular donuts so that no single dough goes to waste at all. And this is another donut style, that you can do if you don't want to make round donuts all the time. So I'll be placing this on parchment paper like I did the others, and we'll let this rise for about an hour. I'm just cleaning my tabletop, getting ready to start with the filling. So you can use different fillings for this. You can use condensed milk, you can use white chocolate sauce, you can use Nutella, anything. You can even use lemon curd if you like. But I'll be doing a milky custard, and you want to start by whisking the eggs. Please whisk it very well like you saw me do. Now let's add some sugar to a pot or saucepan, and I'll be adding cornstarch. Now I'm adding just half of my milk as I give this a stir. I'll mix that in well so that everything mixes well for about 8 minutes. Then I add in the rest of the milk. I'm using whole milk. You can use evaporated, but you have to dilute it with water. Even if you're using powdered milk, you dilute it with some water. Add in the eggs. Please keep stirring so it doesn't burn. keep stirring. I added vanilla. You can use milk flavor to make it extra milky, and you will see it begins to thicken. I cooked this for about 10 minutes, and this is the consistency you're going for. It's all ready. So pour that into a bowl and we'll set it aside to cool down. Everything you're doing with this milky donut must cool down. Now our donut is ready to go. The thing with donut is you want the oil to be the perfect temperature. If it's too hot, your donut will burn and it won't get done. If it's too cold, your donut will sit in oil and just soak in the oil. So this part is very dicey. I did try to fry some flour. I just threw in some flour to see if it will fry or something, just to give me an idea of if the oil was ready. I think I see some over brown donuts even. Yeah, but it still worked. Look at that. We used our hand for this and we have the perfect white line donuts without a mixer. Yeah. Yeah, I'm giving myself my flowers. So you fry on each side for about 2 minutes and it's ready to go. Please let this donut really cool down before you do anything with it. We see pictures online about what I ordered versus what I got. Truth is, those donuts probably didn't come looking that way when they were made by the vendor, but considering Lagos heat, yeah, your donuts will melt though. The milk will melt, everything, it will look nasty. So please always let your donuts really cool down. Let your fillings cool down. And I think for milky donuts, it really should be consumed within 3 hours of getting it. That's when it looks best. So while our donuts cool down, I'm just showing off with this. Look at how soft that donut is. For you to know, we know what we are doing here. See how fluffy, how soft it is. This were really nice. So our filling has cooled down totally now. So we'll just mix it up, stir it up, because we'll be using a piping bag to pipe this in the donuts. So we don't want it to just sit there. We need it to be a little, I won't say running, but yeah, you understand. So this is my piping bag that I'll be using for piping the custard into the donut. So I'm making a hole in this donut. I'm using a dowel stick. You see how I'm turning it around. You want to create that hole. That is where your filling is going to sit in. If you don't do that, there will be no space for the filling in there, and they'll just cut it open and there will be no filling. So I've done that for all the donuts. Now it's time to roll it in milk, powdered milk, because it's milky donuts. Yeah, you can use any milk you have. I didn't have full cream milk. I think this was skimmed milk I used here, but it worked. Now when you're filling this up, how you know you're doing it right is it kind of swells. The donut, I mean, kind of swells, and importantly, it begins to feel heavy in your hand. That's how you know it's going right into the donut. And then you gradually pull out your piping bag. I'll do it again so you see what I'm saying. You can see it's filling up, and as it's filling up, I'll gradually pull off my piping bag, just like that. Now let's cut one open to see what we did. Whoosh, amazing. Look at that. So pretty. And I will take a bite for you to know we did something good here. Yep, this tastes so nice, really good. I think I prefer this method of making donuts than the roll around one. This seems easier. I like easy, lazy things, lazy ways. So guys, there you have it, the viral milky donut. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.